we going? We're heading a 3-hour drive / sail south to Kingfisher Bay Resort to pick up Stevie, Tim's brother. So we're up early, 5:30, caught sunrise, which has been very nice. And now we're heading off. It's about 6:30. So yeah, I'm just chilling horizontally, not moving. Yeah, it's a very calm morning today. So yeah, see you at Kingfisher Resort.
Going to go pick up Stevie from the jetty, and then we might go ashore, get a couple of supplies, a couple of bags of ice, maybe go check out the bar scene. We're here. Timmy was just giving me a lesson on anchor chain and bridles. So now I understand a lot more about where the bridle needs to sit at the front of the boat. So the anchor chain is kind of slack-ish underneath and the bridle's taking up all the weight. I'll get you a shot of it to explain, but all these little tips Timmy's teaching us. It's like having your own personal sailing instructor that you don't have to pay.
Paying beers.
Paying beers, yeah, lots of beers. It does make it quite expensive.
And we've made really good time. We were aiming to get here for 10. That's the time that Stevie gets in off the ferry, and it is 10:05. So good work, Tim. Told us the exact time this morning we needed to leave.
Yeah, done well. And we should hopefully have the wind kind of across from us or behind us on the way back. So we'll get the mainsail and the Genoa,
you love that word, don't you?
Up, and then we can just cruise all the way back up to the top, find somewhere nice to anchor for the night. It's great fun, this boating life, isn't it?
It's not.
Enjoying it. That's very...
A little bit shifty in here, so we'll just see how we go. So keep it as close to zero as you can.
Yep.
Just going to get the main sheet, drop a little bit of slack out there. Just turn to your left a little bit, Duncan.
Just on 4 knots as we come out here with the main. With the old weather vane, which isn't called a weather vane. What's it called, Tim?
Windex.
Windex is in the right position, showing that the wind is where we want it for the sails, apparently.
Having a little tourist moment at the minute. There's some dolphins just cruising around the boat. The view is just getting better and better as we get higher. I don't even need to put this in slow motion, we're going so slow. We're going up. Excuse the shaky camera because I'm so out of breath. I'm gonna try and go right. He thinks it might be easier.
Right, left.
Oh yeah, you're left. This way is straight up. The shortest way is not necessarily the quickest, but I sound like a panting dog.
Definitely very out of breath. And now we're roasting on top of this hill. Thought it'd be cooler up here with the breeze, but it's not. It's absolutely smoking.
Anyone? Beer?
Stevie's got the beers. Why not?
Right.
I'll take a water if you've got one, but I'll have a beer instead.
I have 0 water. I do believe beer.
Well, you twisted my arm. Timmy, getting his fuel back in.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon get down quicker, Stevie, you or me?
My money's on you.
Yeah?
I reckon we have a race to the bottom and then back up.
Pretty good at rolling down hills.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon we have a race down, eh? After this beer, we have a race. Oh no, we got after sunset because then you're gonna come back up.
Yeah.
We're finally off the boat at sunset, so we can put the camera on the tripod and get a time lapse of the sunset. So when you're on the boat's moving around on the anchor, so the footage of a time lapse doesn't look very good at all. Well, not a bad sunset. Definitely worth coming up. You always...
It's really cool over that direction.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'll show you this side.
Well, it's kind of behind all those trees.
You can maybe just about see it behind him. You always regret the decision when you're climbing up the mountain, but you never regret it when you get to the top.
Regret it when you get eaten alive by insects, though.
Yeah, the big downside to this hill is... Shh, I was going to swear.
Lots and lots of mosquitoes and horse flies and just about everything
Sandflies.
that wants to eat you.
And even with insect repellent, they're still going for us, so... brutal. Bottom, well, look at the sky. That's amazing. It just gets better and better. Didn't really need to go to the top of that hill at all. Could have just sat on the beach. What's cooking? Good looking.
We're doing tasty burgers tonight.
It's the same meal we had the other night. We've got extra ingredients and it tastes really good, so we're not changing anything.
Stevie bought brioche buns, which are going to make these taste even better. A bit of cheese, brioche bun, burgers, some pickles. Timmy's frying up some onions in the kitchen. Perfect burgers.
With a new addition to the boat comes new hope for catching fish. Putting all our hopes on Stevie.
Desperate times.
Are you as good as Tim?
Just as bad.
Just as bad, you heard it here. It's nice to be getting up so early on the boat. This is sunrise-ish. The sun rose a little while ago. But I'm loving how calm the water is at this time of the day.
So this is where we're sleeping. This is our little room. And we've got a porthole there where you can see the ocean out from. And another one behind our head. And I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty hard, but yeah, the water's there. Quite glary, it's quite bright this morning. So I wanted to clear something up because I did say the first morning, I don't know how people sleep on boats, and what I have learned after a couple of days is the first night your body's just, all the noises wake you up and you're trying to acclimatize to being on a boat, but it does get way easier second night, third night, fourth night. It's a dream now, and I have no problem sleeping all the way through the night and not stressing about the anchor moving or the boat floating away or anything like that. So living on a boat is a dream, and getting sleep makes it even more enjoyable.
We're back at our favourite spot, Wathumba Creek. This time, hopefully with all the gear. Getting set up.
Yeah, trying to remember how to do everything. We shouldn't leave it so long in between kiting adventures because it always feels like starting from scratch. But hopefully we get up and we get kiting and we have a great day and I get way better. But at the moment I'm very nervous.
So what goes into setting up a kite?
Well, you pump it up to about 7 PSI apparently. Then you connect, or you run all your lines, you check there's no, you walk up your lines checking there's no like crossover or anything like that. And then you're connecting the red to the red on your outside lines and the black to the black. And bear in mind, I'm trying to remember this. I'm not an expert. I'm literally just trying to talk myself through the steps. And then you do a little knot in there. That's it. So both outside lines are on. Then you do the same with your insides. Pull them, making sure that there's all the V's on both sides, and then same again, black to black, red to red.
Keeps dropping out, which is so frustrating. Dunk's having to get Stevie to physically put the kite in the air while he pulls on the leads to try and get it to stay up, and then it'll be up for a little while and then it'll drop. So not very successful so far. I can only imagine that Duncan is getting frustrated. It's making filming this really difficult because every time I film the kite going up, I've then got to either zoom in or zoom out or change the angle so then I can get Dunk. And then I just about managed to get it all set up, and then the kite will, there we go, crash, drop out of the sky. probably needed a bigger kite today, I think. Annoyingly, there was loads of wind earlier, but now it's dropped off.
You know when you're learning something new and you feel like you're just going backwards? Well, today was one of those days, and I'm so glad that Sophie is there to capture it all on camera. Lucky me.
Come on, get it up! That was not meant to be dirty at all.
Now I know it probably doesn't look that frustrating, but trust me, it was, and needless to say, it put me in a little bit of a bad mood afterwards, so you probably won't get much talking from me for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
He looked empty as well.
Oh my god.
He looked like he'd inked himself dry, but look at the roof here, so.
A white boat looks ultra dirty. Oh my god. Duncan.
Aren't you supposed to leave him hang off the side for a bit?
Well, yeah, he'd inked, he looked clear, and then like the last, like out of the water, he was like, nah.
Turns out he wasn't empty.
Catching all the little fish. Wow. Just like that. Sparkling clean again. Nothing to see, nothing happened.
How did he get on the... Oh, it's just there, we're good.
You were so close.
So when I tried to get the hook out of his mouth,
I'm glad I'm
look how much it got in the bucket, Tim. Look how much, it's completely black.
That's just a little bit. Boys, we've caught another squid.
Yeah, big one this time as well. Literally just dropped it straight in and then gone straight on. They've all come to the front of the boat around where the bridle anchor chain is, and they're kind of just chilling there. So didn't even see the one I caught then. I thought there was a smaller one in there, but he's a big one. So that's 2 for lunch so far.
Yeah.
Hoping for a third.
It's going to be a feast.
Squid each.
What you doing?
Well, we forgot to bring salt with us. We've got pepper, we've got flour, coconut flour, all that sort of stuff to dust the squid. We don't have any salt. Big oversight on our behalf. So I've just got a bit of seawater and I put it in a frying pan and I'm just reducing it down till we hopefully get salt crystals. Nice sea salt to put on top of our calamari.
How cool is that?
Really cool. It's almost like looking at a rock pool, what it does over the course of days as it like slowly evaporates and gets salt rings around it. But it's literally what's happening in the frying pan. I think we're going to get a pretty good amount of salt. I took some of the water out to speed it up, but even that, I think that's going to be enough salt to dust on top. Very cool. Yeah, look, that's pretty much all salt there now. So if I turn off the gas, get a little scraper, that's salt.
That's heaps.
Well, it's going to be really fine, powdery salt because the slower it evaporates, I think the bigger the crystals, and I've kind of sped it up. So it's going to be like a real, like, fine salt.
Sunset time lapse that we're trying. So the first two, we're okay. This time, we haven't had to climb a mountain or a hill or a sand dune to get the shot, which is very nice. I'm not out of breath, which is refreshing. We've got the sun setting over the ocean. Dunk's doing a time lapse with the boat in shot, which hopefully looked pretty cool. We've had this storm-like cloud system that's been hovering for a really long time that's threatening to just ruin the entire sunset, but so far it's holding off and it might actually make for a really cool sunset. And then I've got my camera set up in the background because sometimes the clouds behind the sunset are even cooler than the sunset, so we'll see. Dunk's got the drone up, getting all the angles. How's it looking?
It's been pretty cool. It's hard to get bad drone shots at this time of day though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Especially with this view. Yeah.
Different doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you're special. You're one of a kind.
Noticed that when the sun hits the horizon it looks like it's melting. It's completely changed its shape. It's not circular anymore. It's got the circle at the top and then it starts to sort of drip into the ocean. It's really weird. Very cool. The serenity of lapping waves and a distant drone.
Drones flying everywhere.
Bloody drone
Well,
pilots.
it's only me, right? There's no other drone. I'm the only annoying person, so I just had to look then because I was heading steadily onto the beach and hopefully not into trees. But yeah, getting some good shots. It's very nice here, especially with there not being any people here. Like the serenity is actually amazing when you're on a boat because there are no four-wheel drives or cars where you can get to. Not that people are bad, but just when you have it to yourself. Love it.
And that is the last of the sun. Slowly going underneath the ocean and rising somewhere else. Score of 0 to 10, how good's the sunset?
Probably in about the 9th, yeah.
In the 9s, that's pretty good.
High praise from Caesar.
I mean, it is pretty darn beautiful. Still bright and blue over there, and then shades of orange, pink, purple, all the way across the sky. Epic.
Good morning from our cabin, and it's our last morning. Sunrise is just happening out of our porthole. Well, long skinny porthole. I think portholes are meant to be round, but anyway, our bedside window. And last night here, sleeping so much better, except for the wolves. When I say wolves, I mean dingoes. They were howling away very early this morning. But other than that, I had a great night's sleep and had none of the restlessness that I had in the first night with every noise and being worried the boat was moving the whole time and that we're going to drag anchor. So wanted to clarify that you do get used to boat life pretty quickly, and didn't want to be whinging that it was really hard to sleep on a boat, because after a couple of days of doing it, or 7 days, 7 nights, you sleep like a baby and it's not a problem at all. So boat life sleeping is actually very nice once you get used to it. Time to get up.
It's our last sunrise on the boat. Up at 5:20 this morning. Sun's just about to come over the sand dunes on the shore. And today we've got to give the boat back. So sad times, but it's been an amazing week. And really early this morning on the beach there were God knows how many dingoes howling just like wolves on the beach. It woke both me and Sophie up and we could just hear them. It was like, you can really see why they are wild animals and more like wolves than they are like dogs, even though they look like dogs. But that was pretty cool. I think you can actually hear one of them in there at the moment making some noise as well. So last sunrise on the boat. Well, hey.
It's beautiful, isn't it? The colours are amazing. You can just watch them from bed through the porthole.
Yeah, I woke up and our whole bedroom was orange.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And then it gets a little bit less cool until the sun comes up, and then it gets even better. So we're in between the two good bits at the moment.
This is the time we make coffee.
This is the coffee time, yeah. How cool were the dingoes howling last night?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I wish we'd gotten up and put the microphone outside. It was nuts, because there must have been a whole pack of them.
Yeah, it was quite nice to be on a boat with all those all those dingoes howling. You didn't feel like...
But we're safe out here.
Yeah, you're like, they're not swimming out to the boat, so... I was like, I'm pretty happy to be on a boat right now rather than on land, just because it seemed like there was it seemed like two armies of dingoes were going to war.
This morning we need to pack up all of the boat, get all our gear together, drop it back at the marina, and then drive 15 hours back to our caravan, which is going to be a long day, but well worth it for the trip. But we're going to be shattered by the time we get back. I think we'll get back to our caravan at around 4 or 5 in the morning. Fun times.
We're motoring back to the marina, and for our final brekkie, bit of a weird breakfast, but we're going to have salt and pepper squid and little bacon bits. So bacon bits, salt and pepper squid, nice little snack for everyone as we motored a couple of hours back to the port or the harbour. Marina. So we motor back to the marina. Hopefully it's going to be tasty. Seeing we caught this squid yesterday, should be good.
So I won't stay in here too long. The nausea is going to get pretty real pretty fast, I think. But I didn't want to leave this video without sharing some of what Duncan and I have been talking about the last couple of days, because we have been talking a lot about how we're feeling about being on a boat, whether we love it, what are some of the things we would need to work through if we were to ever live on a boat. Because we knew this week was going to be a lot of fun, and it has been. We're hanging out with mates. We're in calm waters. We're with 2 people that know how to sail. We're not having to do any boat maintenance. It's been lovely, as we thought it would be. The sun's been shining the entire week. We've had good sailing. It's been good. It's been really, really fun. It's given us a flavour of what boat life would be like. We're not under any pretenses that this is what boat life is like all the time. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it, and we are realising that sailing itself is a lot of work. There's a lot of hours in the day that go into it. It's a much slower pace of life. You've got this sense of solitude and calm about it. I guess it's like serenity, which we really like. You're in and out of the water all the time, and you're accessing places that you can't really get to by car. I mean, we've only done the Fraser coast, but like the entire way up the Queensland coastline are so many incredible islands, and the Great Barrier Reef. There's so much to explore, and having your own boat would be an amazing way to see that part of the world and more parts of the world. So do we like being on the boat? Yes. Is it next for us? It's a good question. I don't know if we're fully ready to answer it just yet. You've still got the concerns of, we need to learn to sail, we want to be competent before having kids, and they're coming. So is it the right time for us? I'm not sure. Do I want to do this lifestyle for a year or 2? Hell yes. Is it this year? I'm not sure. Stick with us, because in the next few videos, we're going to be sharing our decision-making process, how we go through it. There's a lot of life decisions to be made. We've got to sell the caravan, potentially sell the car, get a new rig, maybe convert a new rig. work out where we're going to have the baby, maybe rent a place for a few months. Quite literally everything about our life is going to be turned upside down. We'll film it all, we'll take you all on the journey, and if anyone is going through something similar, I would love to chat. It'd be great to hear from someone else who's traveling, who's also going through a pregnancy or about to embark on a crazy new journey. So yeah, leave us a comment if you've liked this video, and stick with us for the next one, because this is going to be one hell of a ride. See you soon, guys.